Hey, Anthony here from this course. Let's get straight into it. In this video, I will run through 3 different kinds of passive verbs you can use in IELTS Task 1 processes. So in IELTS Task 1, you may have to describe a process, such as making coffee. This will probably be composed of many steps, and you can use passive verbs to describe each step of this kind of process. So when it comes to passives in IELTS processes, there are 3 types of passives that work really well. The first one is just our normal passive, which is a be verb and a past participle. This can be used to describe the steps in the process, and it can be also used in the first sentence in our introduction. We can also use modals plus passives to describe the recommended steps in the process. Modals that work really well are can, should, or must. Finally, we can use need to or have to plus a passive to describe the essential steps in the process. Let's move on now and analyze how we can use these 3 structures in our coffee process. Hey there! Passing IELTS and PTE can cost a lot of time and money. If you're having trouble passing these Cambridge and Pearson style tests, head on over to our website now for writing video courses and online coaching. So the first sentence is a great place to introduce the process by using a passive verb. The chart shows the entire sequence of steps in the process of how coffee is made. In this case, the be verb is and the past participle made combine to make a passive verb. So to describe the recommended steps in a process, we can add a modal verb such as can or should or must. Let's take a look. After having been picked, the coffee beans can be dried in the sun for a few days. This is a really great sentence because we're combining 2 steps of the process into one sentence. The final way to use a passive in a process response is to use have to or need to describe an essential step. Let's take a look. Before being sold to a cafe, the coffee beans have to be roasted and packed into sacks. This sentence is also describing 2 steps in one sentence, but it's giving the subsequent step first and the original step second. And that completes the small tutorial on how to use passive verbs in IELTS Task 1 processes. Make sure you use these 3 types of passives throughout your Task 1, especially if it's a process. Be sure to visit thiscourse.com where you can pick up IELTS and PTE courses and more. Visit now.